past lives. How can one recall past lives? Or what some say, remember past lives. You see, there's some of us, some, that are on this planet. We've been in different galaxies, different dimensions. And while we were in these different galaxies and different dimensions, we had experiences. And those experiences were all recorded. None of those experiences were deleted, erased. It was all recorded. All adding to your karmic structure. You see, because karma is not just good and bad. That's a basic understanding that some of us here have adopted. It's way deeper than that. That's another video. But those past lives have all been stored within what many call the higher self. Now, obtaining those past life experiences, recalling those things, is it possible? It's possible. I tell you from experience that it's possible. Is it easy? No. Will everybody recall a past life during this lifetime? No. Does everybody have past lives? No. You see, because some souls that came here and that are on this planet, they're completely new. This is their first lifetime in what we call a physical body. This is their first one. It's like a freshman that just got to high school. They don't have any previous history in high school. They just got there. You see, recalling past lives is something that many strive to do. They focus on doing it. Those that want to recall these things, these experiences, don't focus on them. These things will come to you when you're ready. If you have these things, they will come to you. But they will not come to you. These experiences, those past yous, they will not come to you if you aren't truly ready for it. Thus meaning that it's work to be done. It's work to be done within yourself. You have to hash out things in this lifetime before you start focusing or recalling things of another lifetime. You see, there's things on the internet that guarantee you can remember a past life. Listen to this frequency, do this meditation, say this mantra, pay me for this service, I can tell you. All those things are nonsense. If you truly want to recall a past life, you must know from within yourself. Or another individual that's awakened and that has recalled these things and that know you from past lives. They can give you certain insight, but they can only give you insight. Confirmation comes from within you. When you recall it, when you experience it, that confirmation comes from within you. Those that want to experience past lives, you must get yourself out of the loop. You have to start progressing and moving forward spiritually. You have to have a strong spiritual foundation. Root chakra, balanced, strong, anchored. Your understanding of reality has to shift from what the average person, and when I say average, I'm not speaking of somebody being better, but the average person that you see, what they think, you have to think a little deeper than that. You have to be connected to this planet to recall such things, because this planet aids you in recalling such things. It does. This planet is a conscious being. It's physical. It has a life force, but it's still a physical structure. It remembers everything that happens on it within every individual. And those individuals that came here to shift and help this planet, when she called out to the cosmos for help, those Starseeds, volunteers, when they came to help her, and when they anchor into her, she knows who they are. She knows the work that they're here to do. She knows they're here to help her. So why wouldn't she help them? You see, recalling past lives is not easy. It's not easy, but it's possible. One must be a balanced individual to recall past lives. One's chakras must be energized to recall past lives. Now, recalling past lives is like a puzzle at first. You get a little piece, you get a little piece, and when you get this piece, you may not understand the entire puzzle because you only have one small piece, but that piece is given to you to enhance your understanding a little more. Because you see, when you're putting a puzzle together, every piece you put together, your understanding of what this picture is going to be, it enhances. And that is how recalling past lives is in the beginning. Flashes, quick burst. Some individuals that came here, Starseeds, they may not even be spiritually aware at the time, but they'll get this memory. They'll get this experience, and they don't know fully what that was, but they got that to help push them to going into that process of putting that puzzle together, of finding out and realizing that that experience that they got was a piece of the puzzle. You see, past lives, they can come to you, and when I say these things, don't allow these things to blow your imagination up. But sometimes past lives arrive to you in dreams. Certain images can also happen and come to you when you're going within yourself. But you may wonder, how will I know if it's a past life or not, opposed to a regular dream? I tell you from experience, your understanding when that happens will be enhanced. It'll feel like you're looking at you. It'll feel like it's you, but it's like you're observing it from a third person view, but you know that's you. That feeling right there is one of the main ways that you can determine if it's a past life or not. But don't focus on these things. Don't also make an assumption. If you don't know for sure what that was, don't settle for an assumption. Just say, I don't know. I had that experience. I don't know exactly what it was. I'm gonna keep moving forward. Because remember what I told you about that puzzle. Piece by piece by piece. Don't settle for an assumption when it comes to remembering past lives. Remember what I said about the puzzle. You can have 75% of a puzzle. You have an understanding of what that puzzle is in its totality. But that is all you have, is an understanding. You won't know for sure what that puzzle is in its totality until you put the last piece down. But if you settle for an assumption, you will never know what that total puzzle can be. You will never know what it can be until you finish it. The same thing applies to past lives. A lot of you guys are going to start get these pieces coming back to you. Don't draw an assumption of what you think that means in its totality, what that memory, what that experience is in its totality. Okay? If you're still unsure, keep letting the pieces come to you. Say you don't know, you had this experience, and move on. Okay? So anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And what my phone did not record was a guy walked up to me asking me about spirituality and asking me about the Ankh and the Eye of Horus, and he seen me holding my didgeridoo, and it sparked his interest. So he came asking me about spirituality, and we actually had a whole conversation. He may watch this video. I followed him on Instagram. We had a whole conversation about spirituality. We did. He told me about some things he was experiencing. I gave my perspective on that. But the main thing is this. That is why I do these things that I do. It's one of the reasons why I wear these things. It's one of the reasons why I have that didgeridoo and I play it in public. So when people see these things, it sparks something within here. It sparks something, because he said he saw these, but he really wasn't sure if he should approach or if I was, you know, spiritual. But when he seen my didgeridoo, he was like, oh yeah, okay, this guy's that. So he asked me about it. We had a whole dialogue. And like I said earlier in the video, I also had a conversation with 3 women that they stopped me and they started asking me about my didgeridoo, and I let them hear it, and that was fun, because they see it was the same thing just like him. When they first saw me, they didn't say anything, but when I came back up, or when we met again, then they said something. So the fact that the things that I wear or the instrument that I have with me is sparking people's interest, that is huge. That's why it's very important for us to be out in public doing things, showing things, because you never know who can come up to you. That guy told me, he said, man, I feel like I met you for a reason. I said, everything happens for a reason. And I went on his Instagram, he talking about spirituality and all these things. So like the alignment there was not a coincidence. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. This was a this is an interesting process, making this video, from it raining out of nowhere to people coming up to me asking about the didgeridoo. Then I record the video, then another guy come up to me, which is fine. It's fulfilling, helping people and answering questions about spirituality. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Past lives, remember, let them come natural. Keep doing the things that you're doing when it comes to meditating, grounding, eating healthy, and aligning yourself from the inside out. Okay? In order to find out who you are and what you once were, you must turn inward. Okay? Inward. You are right there waiting. Right there waiting. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching this video. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. If you have not hit that like button, please like, please subscribe, and please share this video. And if you have some past life experiences or any questions, let me know below in the comments. TySpiritual signing out, bro. And like the Navi saying avatar, I see you until we meet again. Simple. One more thing. I had a supporter. One of you guys said it wouldn't be a TySpiritual video if he didn't forget to say something. Now this time I didn't forget to say something, but when I was going back, when I was editing this video, I realized a part that I said didn't get saved initially because my phone died, and it's very important. Now, another thing that can trigger past lives to come back to you and to trigger the remembering process is looking into things such as space, certain galaxies, certain constellations, star systems, planets. Looking into these things can serve as a reminder, because you see, while you in your state currently, you can't recall past lives. You can't. Or if you're in a state where you think you've got some flashes, but it's not there yet. That puzzle is not complete yet. You see, one way to aid that is to look into things such as space, galaxies, these things. Because, again, remember, some of us, not all, have come from different star systems, different galaxies. So an individual that's from Andromeda can research and look into certain things about Andromeda, and it can be possible that looking into those things can push them towards remembering what they were when they were in Andromeda. Just hearing the name, just hearing the word of certain galaxies, planets, star systems can serve as a reminder. It can. Certain individuals, they look up and look into the stars. Their eyes start watering. That's connection. Looking into these things, different galaxies, star systems, going at night, looking up into the stars, away from all the light pollution. Doing these things can also push you towards remembering past lives and what you once were. I can assure you that. Before I even knew how to look into the sky and find Andromeda, before I even knew how, one random night, before I was even spiritually aware, I looked up and I saw it, and the first thing that came to my mind was Andromeda. I had never researched how it looks into the night sky. I've never researched anything about it when it comes to tracking it and figuring out where it is. But I looked up and I saw Andromeda, and I just knew it. I hear certain words, stars, clusters, Pleiades. It's triggered. These things can be triggers for you. So researching into these things can help aid you in completing that puzzle. That puzzle being your past life, to where you know what it is for sure now. You didn't settle for an assumption just because you got 75%. Oh, okay, I see how the puzzle is looking like this now. I'm pretty sure it's that. No. You haven't completed it yet. Don't make an assumption of what it is. Keep going until you complete it. And then you can make a full conclusion because you know for certain what it is. So that is another tip that can help push you guys into starting the remembering process. Okay? But again, it takes time to recall these things. So don't focus on it. Just keep doing what you're naturally doing. Keep living a spiritual life. Meditating, raising your vibrational frequency, eating healthy, grounding, expanding your knowledge. Keep doing these things. And if it's for you to recall these things, you will. Okay? Don't allow yourself to become stressed out because you can't recall past lives and now you feel like you're not progressing. That's something that I had to deal with. I had to get over that. That pressure. Remove that. It takes time. All right? Anyways, and one last thing, obviously, a healthy pineal gland. Make sure that's decalcified. Make sure that's decalcified. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching this video. And the last thing I'll say is this. I don't want any of you guys idealizing me. Don't idealize me. You like my information? Cool. You support me? Cool. Don't idealize me though. Okay? Don't look up to me. Don't look down to me. I'm simply where you are. All right? Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. TySpiritual signing out, bro. And like the Navi saying, Avatar, I see you. Simple.